Salute, everybody. Welcome to Miss Parker. Miss Parker. I want to thank everybody for joining, everybody that left a comment and pulled up already. Please hit that like button for me. Like, share, and subscribe to this video. So, today I wanted to talk about relationships and communication. I did this demonstration right here because I think I'm lacking those things in my relationship on my end. So, I with my relationship, it started off. I met him through the internet, so it was different than meeting somebody at home, somebody at a club. It was local. This was a long distance relationship. We talked, we got to know each other, and he was a good man. He's been good to me. No relationship is perfect, so that's another thing I wanted to discuss. No relationship is perfect. Everybody's gonna argue. Everybody's gonna have a little fight. It might not. It doesn't have to be physical. Some are physical. Some are mentally abusive as well as physical. Some are verbally abusive. So I just wanted to touch on those things in communication. And let me salute everybody. Salute KW, salute Melanated. Thank you for pulling up. Money Man, Montana, thank you for pulling up. Salute Keish, thank you. Salute to Shank, my moderators. Hey Boo Gang. So Boo Gang, I know you're in a relationship as well. And I just wanted to touch on communication, the relationship part of it, talking to them. So as I read up on things, it said effective communication in a relationship allows people to tell each other what they need and to respond to what partners need. Communication also helps us stay connected to our partners. Communication is about connecting and using your verbal, not just verbal, your written and your physical skills to fulfill your partner's needs. I think we lack, I know I do, but I think a lot of us lack in that area. Because as I was reading, doing my research on communication, it was bigger than what I was putting into my relationship. Salute Jesse, salute Lalizi, my love, salute Bree, salute Shay K, salute Patrice. Thank you guys for pulling up. And it says, upon doing the research, it said real communication in relationships mean that you can go to your partner about anything, such as sharing happiness, sadness, good days, bad days. Be willing to be vulnerable with your partner because you know they will love you and support you no matter what. To the ladies that's in the chat and a couple of the men, do you feel like you get what you're needing in a relationship? The 100% that you feel like you need? Are we getting that? Are we giving that? And we all know that couples seem to fight. While relationships have up and downs, both frequent fighting and no fighting at all are signs of lack of communication. So saying if y'all not arguing or y'all don't have y'all just don't argue, that's a sign. I knew it was, but I didn't know it was in depth that was a sign of a faulty relationship. Because that means something's going on in the relationship if y'all don't communicate and everything's just perfect. Yeah. The key isn't to never disagree with your partner, it's to improve conflict resolution skills. So I took that as instead of going against my partner as I do, why can't we find a resolution? Why does it have to be I gotta disagree all the time? Why can't I find resolutions to fix it? We need to start finding ways that when disagreements do happen, we're able to turn them into something that strengthens our relationships instead of turning down. Salute Memphis, salute John, salute Cali. Um, my problem is in a relationship, are my friends his friends? Salute Big Pressure. Can I get some people in the audience to help me with that? Is my friends my mate's friends? Salute Horion. because I'm having trouble with that. A lot of trouble with that. I'm seeing a lot of that. So then I'm gonna go to this one. How to communicate in a relationship. Commit to true connection. The biggest misconception about how to communicate in a relationship is that the communication is the same as talking or making conversation. So the whole time I think I'm just because I talk to the person, that's not communication. But in all actuality, communication is about connecting using verbal, written, and physical skills to fulfill my partner's needs. I got to start working on that. I want to start leaving notes in the morning, letting my man know how special he is to me, how good he's been to me, how happy he makes me. I think that'll be a new trend, and I think it'll help on down the line to bring us together. Salute third was salute. And then it said, it's not about small talk. It's about understanding your partner's point of view. Is our point of view being understood in the relationship? Because being honest, I don't think so for me. Offering support and letting your partner know that you're the number one fan. Are we feeling left out on that end, feeling like you're the number one, you're the only one? Because I think that's how it should be in a relationship. I don't think it should be going against you for other women or other men. I don't even think it should be a conversation of topic. I think if we're together, it's me and you, not me, you, and them. So that's something that I think relationships or people in relationships need to look at and pay more attention to. Relationships are a place where you go to give, not where we go to take. In relationships, sometimes do we feel like we're giving our all, or giving too much, or giving more than the other? And it's okay to say that. If y'all have got that feeling there, y'all can say that. Do we feel like, and it goes for the men or the women, do we feel like we're giving more than the other person? I'm echoing. Hold on. Am I still echoing, Woo? Salute, Woo. And that was one. Two, we got to start identifying our communication skills. Good evening, Pretty Black. Before you work on learning how to improve communication and relationship, we need to realize not everyone has the same communication style. Meaning how I like to communicate. Hold on. Sorry guys, I don't want to echo. I don't know if it's because I was two devices down there at one time. Sorry guys. I'm gonna go back to this one really quick because I didn't want to stay on live long. I was really just, I really wanted to touch on this because I've been bothered with my relationship and in relationships I've had in the past or whatever. Thank you, Walker. Walker Larry, salute. It said identify your communication styles before you work on learning how to improve communication in a relationship. You need to realize not everyone has the same communication style. Four main communication styles are aggressive, passive aggressive, and assertive. Passive aggressive communicators keep their emotions inside. They're the ones who can never say no. Aggressive communicators, such as myself, were loud, intense, but typically have trouble making real communication with others. Then there's passive aggressive. They avoid conflict and use sarcasm to deflect. Then we have the healthiest type of communication, and that's the assertive. These are the people that are in touch with their emotions. They know how to communicate. But I'm definitely aggressive communicator because I feel like I'm not being heard. Some days, let me see how to explain. I didn't feel like the number one fan. I didn't feel like it's a me and him relationship. I feel like it was a me and everybody, me versus everybody. It's not a good feel, ladies, or men, to the men. If you're in that kind of relationship, I mean, it's really time to start reevaluating, especially if it can't be a resolution and it keeps being deflection and excuses on why this keeps happening or why things are just one way. Because I thought when a problem arises in a relationship, you do supposed to resolve it. Yeah, we're supposed to resolve it. But we let it go outside of our home to other people. Then when we allow those people to come into our homes, it's bigger. Now your friends are communicating with your man. Your man is communicating with these people. You are communicating with these people. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. Let me see what Walk Alert said. Facts. If you never fix the problem, it's just gonna recycle every time. And that's where that's kind of why I wanted to do this Walk Alert exactly. Then it says discover the six human needs to communication. I never knew. Yes, Shank, it takes two in a relationship to make it work. You're exactly right. The first human need is certainty. I never even paid attention to the needs in a relationship. It said it is the need that drives us to seek out pleasure and avoid pain, stress, and emotional risk. Ask yourself, how secure is my partner feeling in our relationship? Do we ask our partners how secure do we really ask our partners this, or do we just live every day with we're just with this person and that's what it is? Do we really sit down and have these type of conversations? Second, the effects that affects the communication in relationships is the need of variety. Hmm, never thought about that. Remember, relationships need healthy challenges that allow you and your partner to grow together. Variety keeps things fun and exciting. Meaning, and this is just my meaning of variety. Um, what you like, he might not like. Um, Being spontaneous to me. If you want to be naughty in a bathroom somewhere that's outside your home, giving variety of things, different sexual acts, because you're in a relationship. So it really shouldn't be nah, I don't do that. If you're in a relationship, we have to have variety. We just do, or it's not gonna work. Because what you won't do for your man, I would. So we got to be spontaneous. We got to bring that variety into our relationships. Thank you watching from the Philippines. I appreciate that, Thea. Thank you so much. Significance. Never paid attention to this in a relationship. It's the third human need. We all need to feel unique and important. Do we make our significant others or our husbands or wives feel important? That's big. Don't make me feel like I'm being used. The other person doesn't want to feel used, regardless what the situation is and of the relationship. We don't want to feel used. Nobody does. So once again, I say significance. We all want to feel unique. Thank you, Akalert. And it also says, and communication is the key to this particular desire because your partner needs to know that you need them. We make each other, our significant others, feel like we need them. And not that, oh, you need me. Oh yeah, you need me. Do we make them feel like we need them? Like, baby, without you, I would be nothing. You know, when they complete a void in your life, they complete that small space that was just dark, and they bring that light back to that little dark spot. Do we make them feel like, I need you, I appreciate you? It also said that they fulfill your needs that only they can. Do we make our significant others feel like they fulfill us in only ways that they can, not that somebody else can walk in our lives and fulfill? Salute Lady K, salute Audio Crack, salute Jamie. And it says you can show your partner through loving, touch, offering your partner support when they need it, and spending quality time. Are we spending enough quality time? I know everybody got jobs, or most. I know we're tired from working. But do you take that time? And sometimes time isn't in the house. Because I get tired of looking on my own four walls. I don't want to be in, just because we're homebody people, because I am, doesn't mean I always want to be in the home. Doesn't mean on the weekends is the only time I want to do something. Doesn't mean when we go outside our home, I want to do the same thing that I'm used to doing. I do want it to be spontaneous. I love parks. I love walking in parks. I love trails. I love water. I can't swim, but I love sitting by water. It's just refreshing for me. Are we doing that? Are we filling in those voids? Are we giving quality time? The fourth basic need is connection, love. Too often we automatically say, I love you in order to solve conflict with our partners and forget how to show love in a real, tangible way that speaks to our partner's needs. Are we arguing and telling our partner after, we don't argue, I love you, and it seals the deal? Actually, it's saying, no, no, that's not it. We have to reverse the pattern. Consciously show your partner that you love them every day in a way that speaks to their personal preferences and needs. I'm flawed at that. Using DG's word. Yeah, I'm flawed at that. I don't do that. But that's something with me reading up on. I'm working on that. I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna instill that in my relationship area. Growth is the fifth human need. The human experiences is one of motion, and without constant growth, and our relationship will become stale. When it's stale, like stale bread gets hard. You don't want it. You don't want it. Salute, Jen. We don't want it when it's stale. We constantly endeavor to evolve along the different paths that interest us with the most, whether these are emotional, intellectual, spiritual, or otherwise. Your partner has the need for growth as much as you do. And when we learn how to communicate better, we can learn how to better grow together. Meaning, your partner has the need for growth, but one can't grow without the other. That's just like a flower can't grow without water and sun. In order for our garden to grow, we have to water it. So we're working with our garden to produce, to grow with us for our needs. The same way in a relationship. Are we growing together, or are we growing and then making the person feel like they put you in a position to grow? Because I believe that. Yeah, big pressure, me too. The sixth and final human need is contribution and giving. How many of us feel like he's the man, he has to be the one contributing to the bills in the house? He should go to work every day. How many of us women feel like that? How many men is out there that's just lazy, like, oh, it should be 50-50. Why I gotta pay all her damn bills? Or she's great, sit home and do nothing, and I'm working every day, and why can't we contribute together? Because working together means we got more at the end. Working together because we're one. Once you get with that person, you're one. You're just one. You're not two, you're one. When you're in a house, you're in one house, not two. When you're in that bed, it's one bed, not two. When you open that refrigerator, it's one, not two. So why can't we contribute together? And it says, remember the secret to living is giving. Contribution is our source of meaning. It determines who we become and it solidifies our legacy, who we are and our role in this world. Consider what you give to your partner and how you can give more. Are you giving your time, your undivided attention, the benefit of the doubt, a second chance? When communication in a relationship is strong, both partners are able to continually come up with new and better ways of contributing to each other's happiness. So I'm gonna go to this. Walk Alert said I could most definitely bring the bag home, but it's 2022. Let's build together. It's even in the Bible. Yes. Hey y'all, I got 2 more hours of this job. Salute, respect. Salute, Sagittarius. It's okay, Sagittarius. It's okay, audio crack. Exactly, Walk Alert. It's about building together, not apart. So now that I've read all of those and I'm kind of done with that part of it, how far in the relationship do you get into to where you want to walk away without, especially when conflicts aren't being resolved? If you know a pattern and you see a pattern and it keeps going, and it's like if you conversate and talk to your partner, you keep talking to your partner, but you can't talk to your partner because it's this way. I want it this way. Why can't I do this way? It's no together. That's what I suffer with. I suffer with I communicate, but I am aggressive. But if I lower my tone, will I still be heard? If I lower my tone, will the same actions keep repeating itself? This app has caused problems in my relationship due to too much time being invested in this app. Here, there, everywhere. I see this app is full of women who are single. We don't know everybody on this app. I don't. Because I've seen relationships be torn through this app that could have made it, but you don't want to bring it to this app. Yeah, yeah. Hold on, I have a guess. Let me see. I think I did it. I have a guess. Yes. That's what I wanted to let the women know. If you having the same issue every day and it's not being resolved, I don't think we should hold on. I think we should walk away. Hold on, Shane. Shane's trying to come up. I think I did it.
Salute, Miss Parker. Salute.
Hey, look, I did it.
Salute everybody in the chat. Uh, I'm just gonna be brief. Um, I think when it comes to relationships, I think that relationships are like a 9 to 5 job with a little, overtime added on. You're gonna have to work to make that relationship what you want that relationship to be. And both parties have to work. Both parties have to give they 100% when it comes to the relationship. We know that people have been brought up different, and we know that times change on a regular. So if it's a person that don't want to go by the old fashioned rules or the old fashioned way of relationships, and you still holding on to the old fashioned traditional ways, then it's going to be hard for those two people to really make it work, because one is pulling to the left, the other one is pulling to the right. So as people, as men and women, we have to really, really nip it in the bud. And like you and like the chat saying, if the pattern keeps repeating itself, if y'all keep bumping heads, then it's going to be time to go ahead and end that relationship. But however, if both of y'all willing to compromise and y'all willing to, change, because change is going to be needed. And I can start with myself. I'm constantly changing. Like, you should never hold on to something for too long. It's like the demonstration with the caterpillar and the butterfly. Well, we know the caterpillar doesn't stay a caterpillar all his life. Eventually, the caterpillar evolves into a beautiful butterfly. So if you still holding on to something in your relationship that's hindering the relationship from making process or progress, then only two things can happen. You got to let go of that thing that you holding on, or even you got to let go of that relationship. I'm going to mute my mic, Miss Paul.
That was good. High wise woman salute. So how do we feel about your friends are my friends are your friends? Is that possible? That my friends are your friends? If they're my friends coming into the relationship, are they your friends? To where if I don't congregate or mess with a woman no more, or you don't mess with a man no more, is that okay in a relationship? Because I'm seeing a lot of this too
It de-
happening.
it depends on the situation. Now, if 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 you bring your friends into your relationship, right, and your significant other and your friends, they build a friendship, but then you and your friends have a falling out, you can't expect your significant other to take sides,
Lose it.
because you putting your significant other in an awkward position because you brought your friends into the relationship in the first place. And we all know, you know,
Step up.
we all know that one day y'all friends, the next day y'all at each other's throat, but then the next day y'all back to being friends. Now, if you got your significant other in the mix, when y'all friends is good, but then when y'all at each other's throat, now if your significant other say, okay, well, since you ain't fooling with her or you ain't fooling with him no more, then I ain't gonna fool with her or him. Well, then what happens the next day when you and that friend makes up? Then that leaves the significant other on the outskirt looking like, damn, what's good? Another situation is with us when our friends come to us and vent. We can lend an ear, but we got to learn how to stay out of it. Because my other demonstration, everyone's fight is not your fight, even though that's your girl, even though that's your boy. When they get into it with their significant other, you got to stay out of it, because guess what? They gonna eventually get back with their friend, or they gonna eventually get back with their significant other. You gonna be on the outskirts looking dumb. I'm gonna mute my mic, Miss Parker.
Walk alert. Walk alert said it needs to be a boundary set off the top in a relationship. And then when you spoke on being the friend. This is what I'm saying. And you know, if y'all in the audience, I'm saying, say for instance, Walk Alert, your homeboy, homegirl, when you and your homegirl or homeboy fall out, is it okay for your boyfriend or girlfriend to be like, well, I still can be friends with them just because you ain't friends with them, but it was your friend coming into the gate? It's not that these friends, your friend has a conversation with this person. And another one, should your friends reach out to your man behind closed doors? When y'all fall out, like I fall out with a girlfriend, should my girlfriend reach out to my man behind closed doors? Vice versa, should your man's homeboy reach out to you? Is it boundaries set up? Do we set boundaries? Hey, Miss Yvette. Shank, I think the significant takes presidency over friends. Yeah, exactly. That's how I felt. I don't know what how Shank's feeling, but that's how what I thought in a relationship. Because like I said, I'm seeing a lot of this happen to where absolutely, Walk Alert. I have a problem. That's an issue for me. That's a position I was put in to where when I was in a relationship, I had a friend reaching out to my man, and I felt like if I don't answer for you, I'll call you. Salute, Jill. I'll call you when I get a chance to. That's not reach out to my man and have a conversation about me. Or if we don't talk, that's not for you to call my man and have a conversation with my man. Vice versa. I don't think I should reach out to my man's friends at all. I think it should be boundaries set. But
Let,
when boundaries are overcrossed, how do we deal with those?
let me say something, Miss Parker. That's why I don't bring the friends into the relationship with my significant other. Like, if me and my significant other, if we having issues, if we having problems, I don't go to my friends and talk about our problems. I don't go to my sister or my brother. I don't go to my daughters and talk about it. I leave that between us. So what I'm saying is, when you invite other people into your relationship, and then those people that you invite into your relationship, if they build a friendship with your significant other, but then you and that person have a falling out. Now, if it's on some physical shit, if
Salute, Miss
if if
Scorpio and Jills.
if your life is in danger, then yeah, man, get on away from here. You threaten my old lady, or you. But if it's just some, scratching like, oh, f you, don't say nothing to me no more, blah 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 blah. Then you putting your significant other in an awkward position. Once again, that's why I don't do the bringing the friends and the family into my relationship. Now, however, if my significant other and my family, if they build that bond on their own, that's on them. If my friends, if my homies build that bond with my significant other on their own, then that's on them. But I don't play no middleman. I don't do none of that bringing people in, because I'm going to tell y'all, we have to be very careful how we entertain one another. Like I said, if I go to my family, I'm going to tell my family, I'm going to tell my friends my side of the relationship. I'm going to leave out my significant other side of the relationship. That's not fair. So we got to keep that in mind. If you taking your relationship issues to your friends and your family members, and you only giving them your side, naturally, they going to look funny, or they going to treat your significant other a certain way. Some people going to even not like your significant other just off of the strength of what you said. That's not fair to your significant other. And this is what we have to realize when we in these relationships. Your duty is to your significant other. What goes on between you and your significant other, it stays amongst you and your significant other. Don't go bringing nobody into your relationship. Go ahead, Miss Park. I'm going to mute my mic.
So as women and men, are we told we can only talk to each other? We don't have a girlfriend that we can talk to about things. Of course, everybody in a relationship has got a girlfriend or a homeboy that they talk about. But why do the men, like you, I was just going up what Shank just said. Do I does he supposed to care what the friend thinks about him, or does he care about what his woman thinks? I need somebody to help me answer this. Do I worry about what Shank's friends think of me, or do I worry about what he thinks of me? When you bring a friend in, I see when you bring a friend into your home, but building a relationship, that means y'all talk on the phone without me. Building a relationship mean that just because I talk to my homegirl, she's not your homegirl. Just because you have a conversation with your homeboy, that's not my homeboy.
But if you bring them in, just you missing the point, Miss Parker. If you bring them in,
Let me drop the link.
let's say if I bring my homie into our friendship, our relationship, right? Let's just say, for instance, all right, let's say, all right, hey, babe, me and my homie, we going out. Come on and hang out with us. I'm inviting you and my homie. I'm inviting my homie into my relationship. I'm inviting you, my significant other, into my friendship with my homie. So now, a lot of people, I know back in the days, a lot of people, and I used to be like this back in the days.
Hey Shane, real quick, I'm sorry to cut you off. How do I drop the link?
Uh,
Invite guests.
uh, uh, mm, Damn, I'm up here.
Hold on. Oh, I see. I know.
You see it?
It's coming. Yeah.
You see it? So back in the days, and it probably is still like this today, but back in the days, especially women would be upfront and let they friends know, look, this is my man, stay the hell away from my man. Vice versa, women would tell their man, look, I don't trust that bitch. Stay away from her. She my friend, stay away from her. I don't know how it is today if women still move like that. Mm-hmm. I used to be like that to a degree, but then I loosened up a little bit as time went on. It's sad, but that's how we have to move.
I dropped the link, walk alert.
And then I'm gonna mute my mic. So, like I said, you got to really, because I mean, let's be honest. Friends will sleep with your man. Friends will sleep with your girlfriend. So you got to be real careful. It's a thin line when it comes to friends in your relationship. Once again, don't invite your friends, don't invite your family members into your relationship.
So, going off what Shane just said, so as a woman in a relationship, isn't that kind of giving me the signals that you invited her in her, so whatever happens with me and her is gonna happen, because that's what I'm getting from that. Because once again, my friends are my friends. I'm not bringing the friend into the home, but just because I talk to a woman on the phone doesn't make her your friend.
But
Once again,
if you, not to cut you off, if you bringing her to me, like when I say bringing her to me, if she's around when me and you having our problems, and not even if she's around, if you going back pillow talking with your friend, you inviting your friend into that relationship. So that's where you got to stop at. You got to stop. Everybody that's in the chat, and Miss Parker and everybody that's listening, that's where you got to stop at right now and ask yourself, what am I doing in this relationship when it comes to my significant other and my friends, my kids, and my family members? Am I going back to my family member, my friends and them? Am I discussing my business with them about my significant other? Do I got it where as though my man or my woman is cool with my friend? See, we invite a lot of the drama into our own relationships.
Did you see the link?
Go ahead. I'm gonna mute my mic. I've been talking too much. Go ahead.
So Big Pressure said, I don't think real friends would do that, but they will be messy at times. Yeah. It. I get. Are we gonna make excuses for because he or she talks to their homeboy or homegirl about relationship problems? Are we gonna make that an excuse? Isn't that kind of like making an excuse to why, like, oh, if you would have never told her about me and you, I wouldn't talk to her behind closed doors, or I wouldn't still be cool with her. Y'all get what I'm saying? Just because I talk to my homegirl or he talks to his homeboy about us, I don't think that's okay for him to want a relationship with her, with my friend, or me being with cool with his friend after some things go down. So that's where I'm having a conflict right there with.
And that's the last time I'm gonna slide in. It's not even so much of having a friendship with your friend. It's like, okay, now let's say if you and one of your friends have a falling out. All right. Now let's say your friend reaches out to me, right? Okay, I can't stop her from reaching out to me. So that should be taken up with your friend, not your significant other, because your significant other didn't reach out to the friend. The friend reached out to the significant other. So that's when you got to take that. Let me finish, Ms. Parker. That's when you got to take that up with the friend. Hey, look, I don't appreciate you reaching out to my significant other. All right, now let's move forward to the significant other. Okay, now we're dealing in the age of social media, whereas though before it wasn't social media, so the only way somebody could get in touch with your significant other was either on the phone, either beeping them, or when they see them out in public. Nowadays, it's social media. So, hey, everybody is on social media. So let's say if I'm friends with one of your friends, or I'm following one of your friends and everything, right? Now, if you have a falling out with your friend, like I said, if it ain't on no physical ish, all right, I'm a just ride neutral. Now, if it's on some physical ish, then look, I ain't got no communication with her at all, or him at all. But if it's just on a little scratching, she scratched your face up, you scratched her face up, I'ma still remain following them on social media. I'ma still be their friend on Facebook. I'ma still like they posts and stuff like that. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, we know friends one day, the next day, y'all scratching each other face out. The next day, y'all back to being friends. The next day, y'all scratching each other eyes out. The next day, y'all back to being friends. The next day, y'all pulling out each other's hair. And it's just gonna go on and on and on. Then that'll put me in the awkward position, because then the friend will be looking at me. Once I block them, the friend will be looking at me like, well, damn, Shank, you ain't even had nothing to do with that. Everybody's fight is not your fight. My significant other, I love her to death. But every fight that my significant other gets in, it's not my fight.
That's a good one.
Mm.
Salute Walk Alert, salute Bond.
Hey, salute to you, beautiful. Salute to you, OG Shank Rock. OG,
Salute,
you
brother.
feel me?
Salute, brother. I'm gonna mute my
What's your
mic,
take
y'all.
on this, Bond? I want to hear it from you. Let me go on
Hey,
mute.
hey, man, y'all most definitely, y'all see this the type of shit that need to be talked about right here, man. Nah, for real. But look, just going off of what Shank's saying, bro, I can't do nothing but agree with what he's saying. Cause at the same time, a lot of relationships they start to deteriorate after you just like look, okay, look, at the same time, if it's not life or death, you shouldn't be going back telling your people everything that's going on, bro. Because it's like he said, they gonna hold on to stuff. You might have you might have just got over it, but you done been done told your sister this, your mama this, your uncle this, your cousin this. They might be still on that. You know what I'm saying? But you done got over it. You and your man done got over it, and they still on that. So at the same time, I feel like certain things shouldn't be talked about unless it's just life or death. Because 9 times out of 10, an argument in a relationship, in a real relationship, man, that shit it be petty as hell, bro. And 9 times out of 10, it just come from us being around each other so much that we just bumping heads, and we'll turn a little thing into something big. when it's not even really like that. You know what I'm saying?
So Vaughn, okay, going off what you just said. So I got homegirls that I do. I talk about things that happen in my relationship.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
But I done fell out with a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? So my thing was my issue with my man was um she was hitting him up behind the scenes before the fallout with me and the friend.
Mm.
And it was when I was falling out with other females, but they had a long conversation. So to me, I felt like why would she feel the need to call you instead of you just saying, well, that's your problem, hopefully you'll talk to her, work it out. But it was a long conversation about me. So then once I left the friend alone, he was like, he tells me, oh, she liking all my pictures on Instagram, da, da, da. And I was like, so why you cool with my friend? You know what I'm saying? Why you ain't blocked her? Even though it might have been selfish to me. But I was like, why haven't you blocked her? So that's why she says, like what Shank said, well, you bought into the relationship. You bought into our relationship. So it made me feel like, are you saying that I bought into the relationship? So then it made me look at him sideways, like, so dang, because I told my friend about a problem we had. Will you mess with my friend? Because that's how
Man, look.
we should even argue about that, right? Or am I
uh,
tripping?
Hey, nah, hell nah, you ain't tripping, bro. And I know a lot of niggas they probably gonna have some shit to say about what I'm finna say, but we gotta keep it gangster, my nigga. Like, at the same time, bro, if a nigga gonna get on that type of time, that means he probably really don't want to be around you. Feel me? A nigga that's gonna want to fuck with you, that's gonna want to take care of you and go through everything that we going through together. A nigga not finna do that. A nigga not finna do that. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, that's just showing you how he fucking with you type shit. Cause if we locked in on my mama, that shit not finna go on. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's, to be honest, you taking a female trait once a male start doing that type of and I'm just speaking for me, bro. Like, on God, like, I'm not speaking from a high point of view. This is just how I live. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't do that type of shit on God. And I'm not trying to do this just to get in somebody's panties. I'm just speaking the real shit. That's just not how you go about shit if we are locked in. Now, if you just a female that I'm just dealing with and we just, from here to there, yeah, I might take you down through there type shit. But if we locked in, man, come on, man. That shit, man, stop it, bro.
And it's the behind the scenery, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like it made me feel some type of way, like, well, like Shank was saying, oh, well, you brought the female in by telling her our problem, but that was my homegirl. You get what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna
So
lie. Look. If I bring anybody in, that mean I trust you to the point to where, like, I trust you. Now, if I brought you in and you did some hoe ass shit, my nigga, it's like, damn, bro. Like, basically, you just said fuck me. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, it's just fuck me at this point. But if I brought you in, my nigga, as like on some family type shit, you know, it shouldn't go the way that it went type shit. You gotta peep that. Shit be crazy.
and that's what I'm saying. Isn't it boundaries as far as friends go? Like my friends is my friends, your friends is your friends. Why do all my friends gotta be your friends just because I talk to them on the phone? Do it make them his friends? Does he talk to his friends?
Nah,
Do
I'm
it
gonna
make
say
them my
that. Nah,
friends?
hell no. No, it don't. Just because that's your friends, that don't mean that's my friends. On God. Like, because look, I done been in plenty of relationships where, like, I don't like your homegirls type shit. And I done been in plenty of relationship where I don't like your homeboy. Like, yeah, nah, I don't like your home. It's been vice versa. That's why I'm saying if we gonna rock with each other at the same time, yeah, I'ma fuck with who you fucking with, but that don't mean we got to get close. That's your partner. That's your friends. You feel what I'm saying? Like, other than that, like, all I know is we rocking together. And if anything changed on the outside, that's just what it is. But other than that, it's us. Fuck you talking about.
And when I brought up the pictures, Vaughn, it was like it wasn't like he was excited, but it was just kind of like at that time it was like, oh, now your friends liking all my pictures and and it's like, so why, like, okay, so if she ain't never liked your pictures, why you still want to be
Man,
cool with her then?
hey,
Why do you
look,
still want to be cool with this female?
I'm gonna tell you something, but see, that's what I'm saying, baby girl. You got to realize a lot of niggas get petty like women. A lot of niggas will get petty like these females, man. Straight up. They'll do shit like that because this the same shit that you telling me. If I close my eyes and I listen to you tell me that, I will feel like a woman is doing that to a nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Like a
Now,
lot of dudes gotta we gotta see a lot of niggas. We need to step back into our masculinity, my nigga. Like, and I hate to get off topic, but look at all these rappers, bro. Look at all these rappers. They sitting down doing more interviews than they're putting out music. They want to talk a lot. You see what I'm saying? That's why all these niggas is getting exposed as goofies and shit, because they want to sit around and talk instead of actually putting out music. It's the same with these niggas. They done been around women so much. Don't get it twisted. I love to be around women, but at the same time, I could be around a woman so much to where I don't end up acting like a woman. You hear me? Like a lot of these niggas is really turning into to women, bro. That's why a lot of our sons are turning, you know what, the alphabet community. You feel what I'm saying? Because we not there. Fuck is you talking about, bro? Let's really talk about some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Real.
exactly.
now let me slide back in now. Okay, now it's me and you, right, Vaughn?
Yes, sir.
Now let's say I bring my homie around you, right?
Yes, sir.
My homie don't like you. I know my homie don't like you. I know my homie don't fuck with you.
Right.
Behind your back, my homie talking shit to me about you, right?
Yeah.
Now I bring him around you though. Then you find out that my man don't fuck with you. You find out that I brought him around you,
Right. Yeah, I
knowing
get
that
you.
the nigga ain't fuck with you. How you gonna feel towards me for
I'ma
bringing this
feel.
nigga around you, knowing that this nigga don't like you and this nigga talking about you? How you gonna feel?
I'ma feel played, especially if this my main dog and you don't run this nigga around me. On my mama, I'ma feel played. Big facts. Big facts. Because if we locked in and we done been through whatever the fuck we went through together, my nigga, you done run this nigga around me and you not knowing, see the fact that you brung him around me, you're not knowing what this man is capable of. He could probably take me out the game. You're not realizing that shit because you looking at it like, oh, this is my partner, he good. But at the same time, you discrediting what he's saying about me. On my mama.
Now let me say something else. But I brought some other niggas around you in the past that felt some kind of way about you, that was talking shit about you. So now I done brought 3, 4, 5 niggas around you that don't fuck with you and talking shit about you, but I bring them around you anyway. How you gonna feel, Vaughn?
To be honest, bro, a nigga wouldn't even get that many niggas past me, bro.
Thank you.
On God. My discernment.
I'm gonna go on.
Yeah. On God. Hey, that's some good questions right there, B Shank. On God. Like my discernment, and whoever don't know what that word is, go do your research, my nigga. My discernment is so strong that many niggas couldn't even pass me like that, Kimfo. On God. Like that's why I'm a Pisces, my nigga. Like I love to be alone. And sometimes that could be, I could shoot myself in the foot with that shit, but at the same time, it's much needed at times, bro. Everybody can use that shit. Once you start getting older in age, my nigga, you don't need to be around all your partners that you been around from motherfucking middle school, high school, and college and shit like that. Sometimes that shit, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta move around sometimes. Oh God. Like straight up. Like what he's saying, that many niggas would not even get past me like that, bro. I would have been caught that shit. Fuck is you talking about? Nah, for real. My mom.
So when you do so with what he's saying and what I said, do we hold that against each other or do we walk away?
Okay, so are you talking about like in a relationship or a friendship?
Yeah.
What you
If when
mean?
because what he's saying is kind of adding up to the relationship part. You bought around like say my homegirl didn't like you. Say
Oh,
my
if it's
homegirl just
all
don't
that
like you,
going on
bro.
now,
Say
man.
my homegirl
If
don't
it
like you. So I'm saying if she don't like you and she's talking about you and I bring her around you. So if I brought her around you and you find out from the homegirl, like she apologized, she like, oh, I'm sorry for talking about you. And you like, well, dang, I didn't know you was talking about me. So my girl don't
hell
brought you
no,
around.
no,
So
no.
do you hold that over the woman? Do you hold that over your girlfriend's head? Is that a reason to do you hold that or do you
Look, the only time I'm gonna hold it over my girl head is if we talked about this shit. If we talked about this shit and you done went back on what the fuck we just talked about, my nigga, that's my biggest pet peeve with me. I'm the coolest nigga ever, but it's that shit right there. Like if we done talked about this shit and then you just and then you just go back and do what the fuck you want to do. So what the fuck? What you asked me for then? What why are we a team then if you just gonna run off and do your own shit type shit? You know what I'm saying? And then you gonna go back and do the same shit that I just told you aggravates me. So that means you just playing with me at this point. So at the same time, yo, let's go on and shut this down and we could try again, probably like 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 years on down the line. Fuck you talking about. You know what I'm saying? Or if we even try it again. But at the same time, if it's an agreement, if it's an understanding, that law needs to be laid. It needs to be set in concrete. We need to lay on that shit. Stand behind that shit so we don't run across this shit again to where it got us to the point where we getting into it.
I agree. Juan, I definitely agree. Salute Legit Money. Salute Big Slump. Salute Stepper. Salute Danny G. Danny G said, my heart can never be broken by any woman on earth at all because I got options and I don't do monogamy. Forced fake commitment. Crab done been toxic government. How do y'all feel about that?
Hey, that's real. But it get lonely. Hey, it get lonely. But nah, I respect him though. If he really standing on that shit, it is what it is. Cause sometimes, bro, we could really have our shit set so high to what a point where like it done been by 2, 3, 4, 5 years done passed and we still ain't in no relationship. So at the same time, it's just all about what somebody can handle and what you want to deal with. Cause at the same time, shit. I can say all this about you, but if I want to deal with you, that don't mean nothing. Fuck you talking about, cause love supersedes any flaws, anything. Love just surpasses all that shit. Fuck is you talking about? If you really love somebody, all they flaws and all that bullshit, the past, it don't even matter.
Miss Parker, I got to drop down so I can watch the chat, Miss Parker. I'm gonna drop down.
All right. Salute Shane. So Vaughn, is there boundaries in a relationship?
Oh yeah, for shit show. Yeah. In a non-toxic relationship, yes indeed. Fuck is you saying? Okay, look. For example, if a woman come in right now and you know that she has she might not be a hoe. She's not a hoe. She just has a bunch of homeboys and they cool,
Salute my
right?
mother.
So at the same time, if she coming in like that and you know that she like that, bro, you gotta either accept that shit or don't deal with it. I be having niggas come to me crying, man, bro, she talk. My nigga, you knew she was cool with the homies before you even wiped her up. So why is it a problem now? See, niggas, before we go into a situation, we need to assess the situation and know that we gonna want to deal with this shit or not. On God, especially if we grown, bro. It's time out for just taking somebody down through there, and then at the end we just nah, man, that's nah, because karma's a motherfucker, dog. You feel me? So at the same time, my nigga, if you can't deal with the shit, my nigga, don't allow your woman to deal with it, my nigga, on God. And if you know that you can't deal with it, don't allow your woman to deal with it, if that makes sense. It need to be laws laid. And if y'all can't come to an agreement, move the fuck on. It's simple.
And that's where, I was kind of at the end with it because it was like it was an argument. It started to be arguing about like why you want to be friends with my friend type of stuff, and it's like, oh well, y'all might be friends again tomorrow, but it's like once, why can't I feel like I'm the only one? It feel like when I do um say things, it's like why can't that be that? And because it's like it doesn't make me happy to know that you and my friend is talking behind the
Man,
scenes.
hey, look, check this out. So look, so hold on, because this kind of getting weird. So he got cool with your friend after y'all started beefing?
He he never met my friend, but I'm always on the phone with my friend.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think he took that's his friend too.
Man, what the fuck, bro? See,
So that's where I was like, how is this your friend? How is my
nigga,
friend your
no,
friend?
no.
So Shank, that's what Shank was saying. Like, well, you told your friend the business, so that makes her my friend. Like, no, it doesn't make her. That's how I took it from him. But he was telling me that I told my business to my friend. That's why I was asking the question. So that's why I said my friend is not your friend. His friends are not my friends. My friends are not his friends, whether I choose to vent to my friends or not, they're not your friends.
Hey, look,
So
hey. I'm gonna say
That's
this,
why
baby
I'm
girl.
complete.
I'm gonna say this, baby girl, and I'm gonna be real with you. Like, damn, Shank kind of. I see, cause he an older cat. See, I'm 29. He an older cat. I feel where he coming from. Well, hey, shout out to Big Slump, real Dallas nigga. Shout out to that nigga on God. Hey, look, I kind of see where Shank coming from. I'm kind of like halfway with that shit because at the
Salute,
same time,
AB.
this is why niggas be saying, look, baby, if a nigga ain't put no gun to you, done beat you silly, all of that, it should not be talked about. You feel what I'm saying? So I see where Shank coming from with that shit. Okay, if you steady telling this woman about our business, you kind of making her all our friend because it's not just your business, it's my business as well. So I kind of see that, but just on some petty shit. I wouldn't do the shit, but just I kind of see that shit because you letting people in. Because me personally, as a nigga, man, I hold on to that shit. If I need to talk to you about it, I will talk to you about it. But for the most part, my nigga, man, look, I hold on to that shit and handle that shit accordingly, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Salute, Big Slump. Salute, AB West. Salute, sis. Big Slump, what you want to add to it?
Salute to you, Miss Parker, Shank Rock, Vaughn. What's good, bro?
Yes, sir. Big
Family in the
slump. Oh
chat.
God.
Um, man, it's I'm halfway on it too. Because I agree with Shank. When you're more mature, you can do more things because you're more trusting.
Facts.
It's actually healthy to be able to have close friends to be able to discuss each other's relationship with as you get older.
Mm.
It works out all the time. But see, that's the thing. Singles hanging with singles, couples hanging with couples. You got to
Exactly.
be on that. You got to be on that level of okay. Is your friend married, or if we're married, I'm hanging out with your married couple, and then that's at that time, of course, boom, you are mature to the highest degree to at least of marriage and union, to where okay, y'all might be at the house playing cards or whatever, but y'all can discuss adult situations that each one of your marriages might be going through. That's healthy to be able to discuss between each other what you might go through, how to build better and a stronger bond between each other's relationships. That's one thing. But then when you got a situation that's not quite there to that recollection, then you have to be cautious as far as anything to go on between me and my old lady. I'm going to try to keep that seclusive to me and my old lady.
Yes, sir.
It's just not, you can't trust, you got to protect your peace at all costs. And it's hard enough to protect your own self peace, let alone your companion's peace that you're allowing your companion to come into your circle with, into your area with, into sharing your life with. That by itself is a lot. And having to trust your companion to being trustworthy and being growing on you, so to say. So it's very you have to be very cautious. And I will say, as far as um me personally, and I'm speaking on me personally, if I'm in a relationship as far as girlfriend, boyfriend, you have your home girls, those are your home girls. Um,
Facts.
I grew up around fucking women. I know how I know women from A to Z. And one thing I do know is I ain't no female. So it's gonna be a lot that I understand, but I'm not willing to deal with. Um, if she is your friend, it ain't no talking to your friend after the fact. That's your friend. I'm not making a new
Exactly.
friend.
Thank you,
I'm not
Big
making a new
Slump.
friend. That is a pathway to
Exactly.
toxicness, because I mean that's like you might as well that's like you and your partner smashing on somebody, they broke up, and that's like you going to smash. You know what I'm saying? It ain't what that
Exactly.
is, unless there is a agreement saying, "Hey, man,
Eh,
bro, woo woo woo, girl, getting at me? Are you okay with?" me smashing because I do want to. No, I'm being 100. You
No,
know,
that's
I mean,
real. That's why I'm
that's how it
laughing. That's
goes.
the only exception, bro. Go ahead. I'm
That's
not gonna
that's
cut you out, my
Nah,
nigga.
you
yeah,
speaking
yeah.
facts, Big
That's
Smoke.
in other words, there has to be communication either way. You know, unless it's like that. I mean, I stay away from that 100% because you know a lot of toxic situations, negative situations can pop out. I mean, I'm preventing myself from even liking pictures. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it gets scary. It gets
Mm.
scary. I've been in situations where, you know, I've been, you know, I could tell when. Well, first of all, you got to have a real keen sense of discernment when you're dealing with friends in that nature, whether it's you dealing with your friend, your spouse's homegirls, or you dealing with your spouse's homeboys. I
Facts.
mean, because
Facts.
you know nowadays somebody gonna try you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you know if
And
y'all
it's
break
almost
up,
like it's ain't it like a gateway? Like he's the it was like to me, I feel like that man at that time was leaving a gateway open of opportunity of wanting something to happen because it was like an argument, like, so what? You shouldn't have told your friend our business and I wouldn't be friends with her. So it's like, what? You ain't got to do
well
it. Her being my
now
friend and you want to open
I,
that communication and leave that door open where she's inboxing you behind the
Man,
scenes.
look, a lot of niggas do that, not to cut nobody off. A lot of niggas do that just to feel attached to you. You feel what I'm saying? Like that, a lot of people have a problem with what's that word? What's that shit? It's a disorder. Fuck, what is that disorder, my nigga? It's like a detachment disorder. What is that shit? Fuck.
I know what you're
Hold on.
talking about. I don't know. I
You know what
don't
I'm
know what
talking
they.
about?
I don't know the terminology for it, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that. It's that shit right there. Whoever in the chat can come up with this shit, it's that. It's like you can't leave somebody alone, like type of disorder, my nigga. Oh
Yeah,
God. Like
yeah.
it's weird than a bitch. And that shit will consume you if you don't know yourself, my nigga. If you don't catch that shit and you don't just, check yourself and come back to reality, my nigga, that shit will consume you and devour the fuck out you, my nigga, if you let it. On God.
And then at the same time, Vaughn, that's good that you said that. That opens up a pathway of being manipulated too, because
Yes, sir.
a lot of women know what they want, especially if I'm with the girl and the homegirls. See, first of all, I
Exactly. He
am
finna
high
hit on
on
some
the
shit.
totem pole. I'm high on the totem pole as far as wanted men nowadays. I mean, period. I hold myself to
Facts.
that standard. I know I'm wanted. So if I'm with a woman, the homegirl, if they come around, the homegirls is automatically going to feel that vibe, and you know where you get that. Oh, Miss Parker, your man is a good man, and he does this and that for you, girl. You lucky. I wish I had a man like.
Hey,
I
hey,
know
big slump.
y'all
Hey,
done
big
heard
slump. What
that
the old
before.
school? What the old school call that shit is charming and disarming, my nigga. That's all that is.
Yeah, yeah.
Let
Bullseye,
let
straight
let
up.
me let me slide back in,
And,
fellas.
and, and shout out to you, Big Presser. That's exactly what I was talking about. Go ahead, Shank. My bad.
Yeah, let me slide in real quick. All right, now there's another thing that we got to take in consideration also. Now, what exactly when they bring their friends? Because this would have happened a lot of times. They'll bring the friends or family members into their relationship, and they'll get the significant other. So and so need a ride to work. Can you take them to work? So and so need to borrow some money. What I'm trying to say is, it's all good when the dude, when let me backtrack. My bad, y'all. Okay,
Take your
now
time. Take your time with it.
when you
I
and the
know where you
friend
getting at.
when you and the friend cool and y'all tight, then it's cool for your significant other and the friend to be cool and you know what I'm saying, talking and joking and all the above. However, when the pulling out each other's hair come into play, how is it any different? Now,
Well,
so
you
this is
know,
what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Now, before the scratching out each other's eyes, it was cool for me and the friend to be cool. Now, when they're scratching out each other's eye, fair fight, y'all. Fair fight now.
All right.
She's scratching. Look, she's scratching your girl eyes out. Your girl scratching her eyes out. It's just between them two now.
Was it behind the scenes though? Was it behind the scenes when
That's it.
before the
Yeah.
scratching? Was it behind the scenes? Was y'all talking behind the scenes without? You know what I'm saying? Was y'all talking behind the scenes or after the friend fell out with the your significant other? Was it behind the scenes?
Exactly, because that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, was this behind the scenes or was this in my face type shit? Because if it's anything else, my nigga, it's gonna be some bullshit, bro. Because that's all that slick ass shit.
Let me slide in, Vaughn. Now, the friend shoots me a kite. A friend DMs me. Woo 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 woo. I don't respond to the friend. I keep it G. I don't respond to the friend. I keep it G. I take the receipt to my significant other. Look, this is what the friend shot me.
Well, shit, that's just a nigga. That's just a nigga doing his job. And see, that's what that just goes to show you. A nigga moving like that means that that's his woman, bro. Like, he wanna be with her. Fuck you talking about? He wanna make this shit work. A nigga that don't care, I'm not bringing you back now receipt. I'm finna go fuck your home girl. I'm finna lie to you about it. And then once I feel like you don't know nothing about it, I'm gonna come back and dick you back down. And then it's just gonna be vice versa the whole way down this whole little fiasco, whatever the fuck you call this shit.
So let me ask a question.
Let me slide in there with this.
Okay,
Let me slide in there real quick, Miss Parker. Here's the difference. Girlfriend, marriage. If we married in that situation, I'm telling my wife.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm telling my wife. Homegirl or girlfriend, boyfriend, you just gonna have to trust me to know that I'm not gonna fuck with your homegirl. I'm gonna ignore that DM shit. And I'm gonna stay committed to you on me and you.
Real
I'm not
nigga.
even gonna say nothing about that.
Real nigga.
Because that I'm not gonna that's just okay. It's up to me to entertain that.
Thanks.
If I don't entertain that, I'm killing that off the top. And I'm allowed a homegirl to continue to make herself look crazy and talk to a brick wall.
Bro,
that's that.
Bro, and this what be so crazy with me, like, bro, like the same shit you saying. Like you just said, if the nigga not engaging, why the fuck do we got to take all the bullshit? Like, on my mama, like, it don't got to be no evidence on us, you feel me? But the fact that we just involved in this situation, bro, and you know that we done turned this shit down and we not trying to fuck with this shit, a nigga still gonna get the flag. See, this is why I respect real women, bro. Like,
so wait a minute. Let me ask y'all this. So once y'all see that the homegirl is moving reckless or funny, do you unfriend her or do y'all continue to be friends with her?
Man, you most definitely unfriend that bitch.
Yeah.
So when you don't unfriend them, right? So this person didn't unfriend them. So that's what made me get in an argument. Like he was hype. He was like, "Oh, she liking all my pictures and da." So I was like, "Well, why you ain't unfriend her?" Because he's like, "She ain't never liked my pictures. Now she liking all my pictures." So to me, that seemed, my friend is moving funny. So why aren't you unfriending her to where if she's gonna do it, she's gonna do more?
Let me
slide. That's how I'm feeling.
Let me slide in. Let me slide in. What if the friend owed a nigga some dough? What if the friend owed this nigga some money? Nigga, I'm letting it be nothing. Look, nigga, I'ma stay friends. I'ma stay following till I get my dough.
Understood.
Yes or no, fellas? Yes or no,
hey, this
fellas?
Nigga, the next Spike Lee on my mom, I'm investing in this nigga, dog. He can come up with all type of. It don't matter what you counter this nigga with. He gonna come up with all type of storylines, dog.
It's real life shit though. I mean, these are situations that happen though. This is real shit. I mean,
yeah,
you know. I gotta get my money back, but at the same time, at the detriment of my relationship, depending on how serious it is, I will charge that money to the game, depending on how serious me and my old lady is.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, a couple of dollars a couple of dollars ain't more important than what I'm building with my old lady.
Big
It
fact.
it, 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 it depends where I sit at in that relationship.
Yes, sir.
But in the beginning, if she owed me some bread, you got to pay that debt. You know what I'm saying? That's in the Bible.
Yes,
Hey,
indeed.
hey, Big Slump, Big Slump, Big Slump, Big Slump.
Hey, my nigga said that's in the Bible, nigga. He ain't
But
talking
look,
about. Yeah. Hey, look, that shit going on search soon, nigga. Fuck you
but
talking
Big
about? That's in
Slump
the
and
Bible.
Vaughn, check this out though,
Yes,
Yes,
right?
sir.
sir.
Look, the old lady came to me to loan a friend the dough.
Hold on, wait. Run that back. I'm dyslexic.
What
Hold
if,
on.
what if, what
Run that
if,
back.
what if your bro? What if the female went to the nigga to get the nigga to loan the money to the friend, but the friend ain't paying back yet? You brought the bitch to the nigga.
Nigga, see, Saint, you just trying to keep switch this shit, fool.
No
Like
sir,
you
no
just
sir,
no,
no
bro.
No,
sir.
Listen,
that's
listen,
Hey,
listen,
that's a
listen.
Yes,
pussy, bro.
Vaughn.
hey,
That's a
Yes,
pussy,
hey,
yes,
bro.
Vaughn.
hey,
That's a
And
pussy.
see,
hey,
that's
Vaughn.
what. See, that's where he's conflicting me with. Is you trying to hold on? Because you don't sound like you trying to let go
Vaughn,
of the friend. And
No,
Vaughn,
that nigga.
how much
Hey,
money
look.
is it that the friend is like
Hey,
Big
look,
Slum said?
y'all.
How big is the bag? Is it worth
Facts.
it? Is it worth your relationship? So you got to
He
think about things like
look.
that.
Look, Saint Rock, bro, and I don't know the nigga like that before. From what I'm getting, he just a good movie directing ass nigga. That's why if y'all listen, all his plots be like, damn, that's good as a bitch. You feel me? Like on God, like this nigga, bro, on God, he the next Spike Lee.
hey,
But on some
Vaughn.
real shit, on,
Hey,
on some real shit in
hey,
real life, niggas and females is not going for that bitch ass shit, bro. It's either we finna be mature and we gonna rock out, you feel me, and do our thing, or we just finna keep playing like we in high school and motherfuckers gonna keep
Exactly.
doing that shit.
Exactly.
Oh, my mom. I hear
So,
an echo. Hey, look, I hear an echo. Look, I'm gonna come out and come back in.
Slump, you want to add anything?
So it's the home girl. Okay, I really need to clarification on that on the situation. So if the homeboy, not if my homeboy brings a chick and asks for money for the chick. I mean, if my spouse, my female friend, brings a chick to borrow money from me, and I'm needing to get the money back, and the female that's brought to me, female friend is brought to me, is that's where the communication is at. The friend.
well, it was a communication for me because it was just like it was a reaching out like of the friend like in his inbox like, oh yeah, I didn't mean to talk about you, so that was like, well, why did you reach out to him? And he did show the text message, but it was just like, okay. So at this point he was like, so dang, like, I let him know what was, I'm talking about you to my friend. You feel what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
then it was the liking of the picture. So he was confused about, well, dang, now she's liking all my pictures, so it worded him out. You get what I'm saying? Like, cause she ain't
Mm-hmm.
never, you know what I'm saying? So it was like,
Uh-huh.
dang. So to him, I was like, well, dang, is it gonna cause conflict? You should look at that like, well, if she's doing that, making them kind of moves, we got to just remove ourselves. You know what I'm saying, from the situation, so it won't be other situations. Because other people have reached out and said that, that she reached out like out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? They was confused type of stuff on why she was reaching out. This person was reaching out to them. So it's like it's causing a problem. And why do we want to go through it? What if I ain't in people's inboxes about you? Why is we doing this? So it's going to be a problem. So we won't have a problem. Just remove the problem. If you get what I'm
Okay,
saying,
okay.
on both
Understood,
ends.
understood, understood, understood,
And not
understood.
one
And
keeping the
even on
problem
and even
around
on
when
the
you already seeing it. I'm discussing to you. Well, dang, she done reached out to Whoop de Woo and said the same. Like, well, where's this going? And the person's confused. Like, I don't know this person to reach out to me. I don't know this person to reach out to me and say these things. So this
I
person's
got
looking like, So now I'm telling him like, well, dang, she done reached out to Whoop de Woo too. So this person's grave cause problems. So why bring problems
right.
into our home that we don't need?
Right. I do agree with that. And here's why. Because she didn't come to you first initially and ask for the money. So it should be through the friend. So if my spouse brings a friend to me and asks for the money, and now the friend is at me instead of going through my spouse, that I'm gonna look at that like, wait a second, you know, baby girl, you brought your home girl. Now she's coming this way. Why is she need to be going through you anyway? If it's money, if it was money involved, like if my spouse brought this home girl to borrow some money from me, she need to be, going through my old lady.
Especially if and like I said, Slump, especially when my other homegirls looking like, yeah, this person reached out to me, kind of saying, I'm saying the same thing that my boyfriend had said. So that's what was kind of looking like really
Yeah,
odd.
that's
And my friend don't even know what's going on, don't know what's happening. Like, that's weird. So now I have to tell him like, same thing that's happening with you is happening to other people. And I don't want nobody around me going, well, what is this? What's going, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a problem.
right. Um, and let me for the family that's in the chat, let me put this out in there too. It's proper etiquette to go through the same gender to discuss any matters between somebody in a relationship. For example, if you borrow money, if you go to your home girl and she involves her man to borrow money, you need to go be conducting business through woman to woman, vice versa for man. And business need to be held from man to man. Just to That's proper etiquette for one, and two, that keeps down confusion all the way around anyway. I mean, honestly, you got to protect your peace at all costs, especially if it done came to this level. Respectfully.
Exactly. No audio crack. It's not for people. It's just a situation. So when you got your significant other that's confused about an incoming text about from your friend, and then you got another friend receiving a text in a similar fashion, and they're both of them's like, what it like her, it's a problem because even to the friend was like, I don't care about this, but that I'm confused about why I would receive these kind of texts. It's almost like, well, that's going to be a problem, and they see that it's going to be a problem. Like, who does this? You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that, and they made me aware of what was going on. So I said, well, if they feel like that could be a problem, it's a problem.
Shit. Is that Shank? Are you in an uncomfortable situation right now with that?
No,
I'm
no, no. Because I know what it is. You get where I'm coming from?
I
I, I,
see.
I know what it is. So it's like I said, like if you bring me, and then it's social media, so everybody got access to everybody. That's like I said, if you bringing me these people and these people moving foul, but you ain't telling me these people moving foul towards Shane. You keep bringing these people around me that don't like me. So
mm,
now, when shit get ugly, you expecting me to respond or react how you want me to respond or react, but you brought these people around me. So let me react and respond how I want to react and respond now. Because now I'm the rabbit with the gun.
okay. Now I see what's
You
going on.
get where I'm
Have,
coming
have,
from?
have y'all discussed? So is it that y'all are not agreeing on the course of action that's being
Yeah,
taken?
because
Right.
once the message got sent out, it was sent to another person, and the other person was just as confused as Shane. So it was like, hold on, big pressure wants to link. Hold on, big pressure. So it was just almost like when it's confusion on all parties, it's like all parties are looking at confusion. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is confusing. Not saying that the other party said nothing bad about this person. They just was like, well, like what is, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? So to delete confusion, it was like, look, just go ahead and unfriend the person. You know what I'm
Now,
saying? Because
and
it's gonna be keep being confusion. Because it shouldn't even been the other person involved with the confusion. So that's where confusion comes in at. You know, because the other person looking at it like, I don't understand this, and I don't want you to think like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't even know what's happening. So
yeah,
I
yeah,
seen the confusion.
I hear you on that. Let me ask you a question. Are you trusting in Shank uh with his course of action? Because being that y'all don't agree with the course of action doesn't mean that y'all can't compromise with with the course of action. Y'all can definitely come at a middle point and say, okay, well, you know what? Let me handle this. I'll take care of that. Are you trusting of that?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, then honestly, if you're trusting of that, then I would allow trust to take over and allow Saint Rock
absolutely.
to implement that course of action. And just know that you and him have a have discussed this and you know what to expect, but then at the same and just allow Shank to handle that accordingly. That is an option.
Right.
If
Salute,
that
Big
if that
Precious. Salute.
Hey,
be precious.
hey, salute. Give me 1 second, y'all.
But then also, Big Slump, you know, like I've shown how I move. You get where I'm coming from? Like I said, this ain't the first situation. So I've shown how I move. I check in all receipts. And the reason why I check in all receipts is because of social media. A motherfucker had shit all twisted. Oh, they said you said they no. Check this receipt out. And I checked the receipt in immediately. Look, here's the receipt.
Yeah, that's how the other person moved too. That's like, I'm gonna tell you what's going on. Yeah.
I salute to y'all though, man. Salute to the chat. But honestly, if I don't, if you brought one of your friends around me and I let them borrow some money, you got to stay friends until I get my money back. After that, then you can cut it off.
That's what I'm
You
trying
know,
to say. That's what I'm
But
y'all
trying to
got
say.
it
you got
wasn't even like it
you
wasn't
got to
even
play
that it
friends
was
or
cut the
something.
friend out because who it was never like, oh, I'm never gonna and all of that. It was just like, if it's confusion being started with other people and you're just as confused as the other person, then it's gonna be confusion. You get what I'm saying? So let's cut down the confusion.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but I do think that I don't think nothing was done wrong if he brought you the receipt to you. If he brought it to you, but I'm gonna tell you the reason why I don't trust my significant other friends, because I think that it's a little messy and it's a little. I believe it you making it you making yourself vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Cause a lot of times, friends have a way of when they do have them fallouts and then they start doing little messy stuff just because they think they can and get away with it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
I don't like doing that, even whether they on the good side or the bad side. I never get too close to her friend. Her friend is her friend, and mine is mine. I don't even want my friends getting too close to my significant other. I think it need to be, real boundary set. It's cool to be cordial. If we gonna do a double date or something with her, and we can maybe, we maybe can bond on another note. But to just be talking to each other behind each other backs and you talking to the opposite sex in a situation like that, I think you leaving yourself vulnerable because any day anybody can tell a lie.
And
You
big
see what I'm
Yeah,
precious,
saying?
big precious.
exactly.
She
That's
bring
exactly.
look.
Yeah, I agree with
She
that
bring the friend
100%.
around. She bring the friend around, knowing the friend don't like me.
Yeah, yeah. See, and then that's another thing. You don't want to put nobody in no vulnerable position like that. You don't even want to put your spouse
in a position like that. Now it's cool if one of my friends have a they reserve the right to have their opinion about my significant other.
Right,
But
right. And that's what it was, valued off of the things I was telling my friend. You get what I'm saying? So I see my friend giving an opinion on how they felt at that time about situations I was, bringing to presenting to her.
yeah, but you shouldn't bring them around. I mean, you shouldn't bring them in the fold that close if you know your friend sort of say little slick stuff about your significant other to you. You know what I'm saying? At that point, you already know, like, nah, I'm gonna keep them apart because I already know she's saying little slick stuff, and you know what I'm saying, and that ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna mesh too well for the long run. Like they may play like they cool and act like they cool, but on the long term, that ain't gonna work. So when did he find out that she didn't like it? Was it before or after?
It was after. It was actually after, and it was another person that the friend involved somebody in it, and hit them up, and they was like, immediately they hit me up the next day, but they was already in Shank's inbox, so immediately they hit me up, was like, "Heard what's going on?" And I was like, "Well, go back and check," So the person went back and, "Hey, sissy," and so the person went back and checked and was like, "Nah, they was clearly throwing slugs, shooting slugs at you." And I was like, "Exactly, but for what?" Because I don't talk about I don't talk about her to nobody. Nobody really knows nothing about her. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my friend on another side. So then once the other person had reached out to me and told me, like they like confusion, like it's like, huh? It's yeah, You know what I'm saying? And I don't want nobody reaching out to them on that level. And they didn't like that at all. You know what I'm saying? They didn't say I don't like that person. They was just like, well, I don't like this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So then that's when I was like, it's getting messy. And this person clearly was like, yeah, it was slugs being thrown, and it made the trust issues with that person like, I don't like this. You know what I'm saying? So instantly I was like, well, just cut it off, Shane, just until everything, what I'm saying, till we figure, till we let it go for a while, figure it out. If it works out on my end, and do. If it don't, it don't. You know what I'm saying? It was never for Shane to be like, oh, this person owes me, you know what I'm saying? Anything, but at the end of the day, it was just confusion.
Well, all I know is, it seemed like he was being transparent with you, and because he did come tell you, he didn't respond to the text. He didn't chat with her after he knew that y'all wasn't rocking no sign.
And I take
But
accountability because I feel like it was my friend, and I could vent to my friend. You know what I'm saying? Never know to no friend, just what I'm saying, out for some other stuff. So that's where the confusion came in with the other party as well. Like you ain't never said nothing to me, so I'm confused why this person, would hit me up on this. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when I told Shank like we just gotta eliminate some stuff or whatever. So yeah.
yeah, that's it's a lesson learned though. I mean, ain't nobody above making a mistake or making the wrong decision. But you know, things like that happen. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times,
Agreed. Agreed.
your friends can, it's cool when they all cool, but when y'all bad, their friend can move close enough and start spreading like, oh, her man want me and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Cause they mad now, and if you do too much talking, then it will look like when somebody come with receipts that's what it may be. So I mean, but the fact that he brought it to you, I still don't know why you didn't tell him that that friend didn't like him. Maybe he would have been looking for certain things, and maybe he
Well,
wouldn't
that's
even
just
loan
it
her
was
the
just my
money.
friend,
Cause
and me thinking that my friend. Anytime I tell her, she just was get mad at anybody that did anything to me. You know what I'm saying? It was never like I was like, "Oh, don't you like this person?" But when they came back with being mad, it was like, oh, "I don't like you. Made me not like him." And it was like I didn't come to you with to vent to for you not to like him, you know what I'm saying? Nothing like that, you know. So it was just like she grew her opinion off of how with the things that I shared with her, with me thinking that I had a friend. So that was on me, and I take accountability for that.
Mm-hmm. And Shank, and I just want to ask you, um, if the shoe was on the other foot, how would you feel?
If it was me that did it,
Where if you and one of your friends fell out, and then all of a sudden she started liking her pictures more than before, and he started reaching out to her behind the scene, how would that make you feel too? You know what I'm saying? Because we do have to, and that's part of being in a relationship. You sometimes have to step back and look through that other person's eyes. That's sometimes that's how you get the best understanding. Like, you have to turn around, put the shoe on the other foot. How, if looking through her eyes, how she feel. You know what I'm saying? And then you can understand it. That don't make her right though,
right?
but you can understand her point.
I
You know
would
what I'm
have to
saying?
I would have
Agreed.
to bite the bullet
Agreed.
just how she took accountability for. I would have to bite the bullet. I've been in situations like that before. That's why I don't do it no more. I don't bridge my relationship with my family. Now, if my family get cool with my significant other, it'll be on their own accord. I don't bridge no homies, no friends with my significant other. If they get cool outside of me, then that'll be on them. You know what I'm saying? Because,
Right.
if me and my homie fall out, then I'm putting my significant other in an awkward position, because my significant other gonna be like, well, damn, okay, baby. But now here's the thing. Now, I might have been the one that was wrong in the fallout with my friend, or vice versa. It might have been my friend, or neither one of us might have not been wrong. It could have just been a misunderstood. And that's most of the
Hmm.
times what always happens. It just, y'all just misunderstood each other. And then it led
Right.
to everything that's going on. Because that's what the situation that's going on now. From me knowing both parties, they just misunderstood each other. That's all.
Uh-huh.
That's all. Now I will say Miss Parker ain't wrong. I can definitely say she ain't wrong, because I'm watching everything. But the friend, she misunderstood Miss Parker. But Miss Parker didn't do
Gotcha.
nothing wrong to the friend. I will say that. She just misunderstood.
Gotcha. But yeah, and another thing, I do think that in situations, your significant other has to be, you know what I'm saying, your main priority and your main goal, when it come down to it. Like, sometimes, when they say, right or wrong, right or die, I'm with you, right or wrong. That's sometimes how you have to be. That's how I expect my spouse or my, now ain't nothing wrong with telling somebody, but I'ma always have your back throughout the situation. I may pull you to the side and say, hey, look, the reason why I went like it did because you did this, but I still got your back. I'm a hold your back behind.
And he
But
did, and it was the fact where he was even like, y'all might be friends again, but it was like, and the other person, when the other person got involved, they was like, yeah, it was definitely slugs being shot. And I was like, I can't walk around on eggshells to deal with anybody. You know what I'm saying? If you're my friend, you're my friend. You know what I'm saying? It ain't when we get mad. Now I'm in this person's inbox. Let me tell you what this person said. Let me tell you what this person said. Let me tell you what she said about you. You get what I'm saying? I just move different.
yeah, and I can totally understand because even with my siblings and they spouses, when they come to me and want to vent, I listen. Don't say much because I know when they back in love now, I'm feeling like I'm in an awkward place, and I can
Right,
understand what Shank. You know
right,
what I'm saying? I can understand what he trying to avoid being in that awkward space because a lot of time, it's amazing how much time can change people and make them understand what they did wrong, and y'all can get back cool. So to stay away from being in that awkward space, I sometimes just let people vent to me, and I don't always give that what I really think, especially when it's a situation where I got my sister venting me about her husband or my brother venting me about his wife, because because I know that they'll get back and they'll be lovey dovey, and then I don't know if she told him what I said, or you see what I'm saying. So
right,
just to keep
right.
all
You
that
know what I mean?
down, yeah, I just don't say too much. You know what I'm saying? I don't say too much. I listen. So I can understand what he was trying to avoid too. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to avoid that awkward space.
Well, thank you, Big Slump. Thank you, Big Pressure. Thank you, Shank. Thank you, Vaughn, for pulling up. Salute to everybody in the chat that pulled up. I really appreciate y'all for this, because I really needed, maybe like I said, sometimes I can be selfish and be wrong in situations. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let it blow over. Let's eliminate things before too much goes on, especially with slugs that was being thrown and stuff. So that's what, and I was ready for the slugs, but I just didn't want innocent people involved in shit that they didn't have nothing to do with. So it's like once it's confusion on their end, I gotta delete and eliminate confusion. You know what I'm saying? Because I never want to put anybody else in a position when they don't even know what's happening. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, let me eliminate this.
Yeah, salute though. We
Salute,
salute.
salute, understand.
Thanks
It's a good
everybody
Salute,
for
topic though.
salute, Big Slump.
thank you. Thank everybody for coming out. Please hit that like button. Go follow Big Slump. Go follow Big Pressure. Go follow Shank Rock. If Go follow Pretty Black TV, Audio Crack, my brother. Go follow Cam Talk Too Much. Just go follow everybody. Thanks everybody for coming out.